I mean, I've even got a trophy system, so it couldn't get much better, and if I do that one more time, I think I'm going to uninstall this game. Hello, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be disrupting the meta again. So, how are we going to do that? I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. We're going to do that with these two guns. Gun number 1, the AK47. Gun number 2, the Uzi. Now we know what we're working with, let's see what we can do with it. But before we get into actual gameplay, I'd like to ask you a huge favour. If you could like and subscribe to the channel, it would mean the world to me. With that all out of the way, let's get into it. We'll land in Superstore, and to be honest, I'm not entirely sure why. I must have woken up feeling dangerous because I almost never come here. The reason being, I feel like all good players in the lobby start in Super, and I'm not one of them. However, Superstore holds a lot of similarities to real life. Sometimes you've just got to grit your teeth and go where the money is, but where there's money, there's a rose skin. If you can find it deep in your heart, please forgive me for camping here. I heard a lot of audio cues and I did not want to take an unfavourable fight. I mean, I've got a video to make, so I can't play like my normal potato self and push everything. And how this guy didn't hear me jumping down, we will never know. But we're not here to question easy kills, we're just here to collect them. And here we have it, people. We're at the part of the video that you all actually care about. We're getting the loadout. So, let's see what we can do with it. Alright, we're having a bit of window trouble, but if you're a returning viewer, you know this is pretty commonplace on the channel. And I'd just like to say, if you are a returning viewer, I absolutely love you. The UAV has blessed us with some invaluable information, and to be honest, the AK is holding its own. However, I should have mounted much sooner because I've basically just given away an easy kill. On the subject of mounting, it's always a fantastic thing to do before engagements because your recoil will become non-existent. However, if you're looking to mount outside of Warzone, I'd like to urge you to get consent from the third party first. I think I've offered enough life advice for one video, and because I've got my loadout and I've got a truck, it's back to our usual programming. And what that means is, some poor unsuspecting soul is about to get pushed heavily. Oh, and someone's just popped up on our minimap. They got into a car and they thought they'd be safe, but unfortunately for them, we've got 75 rounds. So why did I pick 75 rounds as one of my attachments? Well, I did it because I can. Great, that's my truck completely written off. I'm not best pleased right now, because the truck in solos is basically the only way to win. So we're going to need this guy to repent for what he's done. And a stopping power Uzi is a great way to show him we are not happy. With our game plan in a complete shambles, there's only one thing that we can really do at this point, and that's just get Ghost out of the free loadout, because if you're not getting Ghost out of the free loadout, are you really playing Warzone? I'm not sure why I chose to rappel up, because normally it's an absolute death sentence, but when you're lazy, well, you're just lazy. And I'm incredibly lazy. With Ghost on the cards, I'm feeling a bit more confident. I'm starting to think I can actually bring this back and make this combination work. All we're missing is a vehicle, but because I'm an incredibly resourceful man, I've got us one. I think we're back in the game now, but what we really need to do is start getting some kills and disrupting the meta, because right now we've not really done anything. But that is about to change. I know, I drop shotted him and I had stopping power. But, in my defense, he had a Mac 10, so sod him. Let's get back in the car and see how much more damage we can do to the meta. And because we didn't find anyone, we're gonna have to settle for a bounty. And in true Warzone fashion, my bounty is absolutely nowhere near me. But someone else is, and they've decided that my reign of terror is over and that it's time for me to go to the gulag. Now, I absolutely despise the gulag. Every time I get in here, I have the anticipation of being sent straight back to the lobby, but this time we're able to frag our way out of it. Because I'm a planning mastermind, the only sensible thing to do is go back and get my loot, and my Uzi has been robbed. I'm not pleased about this, and I'm not sure why you would take my guns, but whatever. We've got bigger problems, like almost being sent back to the lobby for a second time. Okay, AK, this one's all on you. Please don't let us down more than I let myself down. Now that I've regained composure, and we've caught this guy out in the open, let's absolutely hammer him. And that's just what we did. The AK is actually pretty good, and it's growing on me. With some steep reconsideration, I think it might actually be the 75 round mag that's growing on me. I mean, you can miss as many shots as you like with the thing, and still bring it back, which, to be honest, that's an absolute godsend. I pick a fight here that was not favourable in the slightest. I'm not sure why I did it, but we're here now. I can feel the zone breathing down my neck, and it doesn't matter anymore because I've just been sniped. Okay, let's run it back. Let's do a game 2. I'm starting at the point of calling in my loadout because I don't think any of us want to live through me fumbling through Superstore again. I respect this man's ambition trying to land on me, but in the end I think he knew that he made a mistake. And with that minor inconvenience out of the way, the only sensible thing left to do is for us to charge back into Superstore with a heartbeat sensor. Because if you have a heartbeat sensor in Super, it's free kill central. I mean, I'm hyping up the heartbeat sensor, but you can hear this guy jumping and fumbling around for about 20 minutes, so I think I'd have found him anyway. In fact, in this engagement, pulling out the heartbeat almost gets me killed. So maybe don't always bring a heartbeat into Super. Now that we've completely cleared out Superstore, civilians can continue to get back to shopping, and we're going to take a car and push this bounty. I mean, I've even got a trophy system, so it couldn't get much better, and if I do that one more time, I think I'm going to uninstall this game. Not to be my own hype man, but I'm pretty happy with this little angle I found here. It helped me start the engagement really easily, and he seemed so confused. And let's be honest, you need to be as sneaky as you possibly can if you're bringing an Uzi into FFAR and MAC territory. Because let's face it, those guns aren't forgiving if you miss. Another little tip if you're using obscure guns like I seem to do, you need to be sound whoring like no man's business. Because even though I was checking my heartbeat sensor, I was initially facing the wrong way. In fact, you should be sound whoring no matter what gun you're using, because we need every single little advantage in this game as humanly possible. A little segue for you now. I tried to do the contraband, but unfortunately the game had other ideas for me. I'll show you what happened. As you can see, I call it in and then I get absolutely shafted with no way to interact with the package. So I feel like the game just hates me and doesn't want me to use this class. Now that you've seen how absolutely shafted I've just been, let's get a UAV to cheer ourselves back up. And another one, just for good measure. And a self-res, because we're here now, might as well treat ourselves. I've got UAVs, and we're getting ghost, everything's starting to look up a little bit, so let's get some value out of the UAVs and push people. However, what you're about to witness is one of the poorest plays I've ever made in my entire life. I jump out of my car and have absolutely no cover other than this little quad bike. And what can the quad bike do for me? Absolutely nothing. And we're getting a first class ticket to the gulag again. So here we are, it's snipers. I'm not feeling great about this, so let's just hope we're playing an absolute bot. Will the stars align and allow us to get out of this absolute hellhole? And we've been snapshotted and they've been snapshotted. Can we do anything? A quick flick and we're back out of the gulag and landing on our loot again. In terms of stuff you love to see, that's highly up there, and the regain is back on, and no one's stolen our guns this time, so can we make it work? Can we do more damage to the meta? Is this our time to shine? And you know what? I think it is. And I know damn well that someone's camping up here. So once I get 3 hours to figure out how to get up here myself, we're about to go full-blown rat mode on them. So what is rat mode? Rat mode is the very basics of sneaking up on someone, crouch walking and ADSing to make absolutely no noise. And to top it all off, my Chinese zodiac is the rat. So it's sort of in my blood to do disgusting techniques like this. Actually, hold on. Let's rewind and think about this. I think he deserved to get ratted like that, since he was just camping on top of a hill. And now we're also going to camp on top of a hill, because I've not got much faith in these guns and I need every single little advantage that I can get my hands on. I've just slated the AK, but it does absolutely laser that guy over there. However, once again, we're not that type of channel, so I'm not going to try and tell you that the AK is better than the AMAX, because it simply isn't. The reality of Call of Duty is you have 2 to 3 amazing guns and then just some guns that mad lads use. Right, we're about to experience something absolutely horrific. I never thought I'd ever let someone do this to me, but I'm being completely oblivious like an absolute cabbage, and the melee happens. The 2-hit wonder. Not a very glamorous way for a video to end, but a very fitting ending for a channel like mine. So, if you made it this far into the video, I applaud you, and I'd like you to comment pineapple down below, because I want to confuse all the other viewers who don't get this far. And as always, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.